we don't have that paternal nurturing relationship thing at all. He's in his own world, doing his own thing, came by and yacked at us a few times and went from there.
Mm-hmm.
And then we ended up dealing with Shane's surgery. Ended up being major drama. They had to chisel all his teeth out and do a skin graft on the front.
Oh my gosh. Wait, just
2 weeks. 2 weeks of, well, the skin graft was because he had some gum recession. Mm-hmm. 2 weeks of recovery. No school, miserable. Ugh. Face was all puffed up, taped up, looked like a Hollywood starlet. You know, looked like Joan Rivers had went and had her face did it yet for the 1000th time. But,
that's the price you pay, girl.
Exactly.
So he had all 4 wisdom teeth taken out?
Chiseled out of his face. Not just taken out, like this, break them out.
Oh,
it was miserable. Poor baby. And then Phoenix is in a program in the Anchorage School District teaching him how to, the appropriate way to behave in class. And has this whole program that they put him in that teaches him how to make good decisions. Mm-hmm. So he was his teacher was having a problem with him. He was having a problem. He was too smart. So he was bored. Mm-hmm. So they went from there. So he's doing good in that. They call them personal power days when you make it through a day and not get in trouble and then get all your scores. And then each day they send him home a book of what he's doing better at or what he needs to work on. And this is also my kid that's in the 98th percentile on his reading. Mm-hmm. And everybody else in the class is between the 31st and the 48th percentile. Mm-hmm. So, poor little brilliant child. Anyhow, we go in and we're doing this whole interview, Heather and I, and then the teacher has to leave, but the lady that runs the program is interviewing and she's asking us 10,000 questions, and then she's asking us about our personal life. Are you married or divorced? And none of that. And Heather's telling him, no, he's gay and I'm not, and blah, blah, blah. And she goes, and she's listening to us talk, and I really don't think it's relevant. And she goes, so what do you call yourselves? And I looked at her and I said, excuse me? Are you partners? Are you, and I said, try a family. That's what we call ourselves. She looked at me and she goes, well, do you guys see other people or whatever? I said, I really don't see how that's relevant. I said, but Heather, it sounds like she's hitting on you. It's really none of your business. I said, if you want to know, I said, I've been celibate for 7 years plus. And I said, and we have our, priorities, one being, of course, the kiddo. And I said, and other than that, it's really not relevant to why we're here. I said, if you're drawing a reference to maybe Phoenix is feeling some stress based on what's going on at home, I said, that's not why. And she was just, oh, well, and I'm like, no. I said, I have done lectures over at the university for diversity training for social workers. I said, my advice to you is you need to take one of those classes. I said, families are diverse. This is, no longer 1954. Mm-hmm. And you need to get with it. I was pretty pissed.
Did she go to the class?
I was quiet. I don't know. She just was like, oh, thank you. I'm like, thank you. Heather was like, are you going to be okay? I'm like, oh, yeah, I'm fine. And Heather was just laughing because she was all, She's like, when she said that, I was like, why are you asking? Would you want to go out? I told her, hey, not unless she can change the oil, dust the dishes, and I'm tired of folding laundry. Which I don't do anyway.
Well, now, is this program at his school, or he has to go someplace else?
He has to go to another. There are 2 schools in the district that do it, 2 elementary schools, and he goes over to the other one, which is around the corner from his, essentially.
So he's there full-time then? Or
For 10 weeks.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Then they'll transition him into a normal class, quote, quote, regular class, mainstream class, and he'll have to behave himself in the class. So he's got to learn how to do it. I think he's really improving, so I think it's a benefit for him.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's nice to see him take on a challenge.
Exactly.
Right? That's what life's all about.
Yeah.
Adapt and overcome.
Life's about something, that's for sure. Adapting and overcoming is important.
Well, I want to read Power of Now again, and I just got it from friend of mine who I probably end up giving it. I think I gave it to JJ maybe, and it's come back to me, right?
So yeah.
And I don't know, I just kind of like, yeah, it's time for me to get back into it, back into the reading, you know, back into remembering, back into the awareness. And then I'm like, well, alright, I got that book, I'm ready for it, and I still have this other book, which used to be one of my favorites, the Donald Walsh. He did the Conversations with God.
Mm-hmm.
And I was reading his Tomorrow's God, and I just kind of like hit a roadblock with it of like, alright, this is way out there, and
Way out there because
he's getting into the whole politics and the economics and things like that, and I was just like, okay, well, if that's
politics and economics of what though? Why did that shut you down?
of the world, right? Of this is how the Tomorrow's God will affect politics and economics and the currency and things like that. And I'm like, it's nice to see like his ideas and things like that on that, about it being transparency and to get the honesty, like, well, here's how much things cost, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so, and it's accountable for, just like we do on our food, right? We talk about, here's what's in it, here's how many calories, here's this, this, right? Everything has to have it, right? It's a standard format. And now you are free to choose to eat whatever you want to eat, but you have the knowledge of what's in it, right? And same, he's talking about the same thing for goods and services about, right? Well, no, here's how much it costs, here's where the things come from, and it's all public knowledge, right? It's completely transparent. There's not this hiding, stuff.
Well, it is in 1953. The problem is that all the politicians and bankers, how old are they and where are they from? Where are the people from making a lot of decisions? And now our generation has to get in there and do some change, and the next generation coming up has their hands full past us. Mm-hmm. Yeah, my kids all know about reality. That's not fair to not teach your kids reality. It's just not fair. How it works, what life's about. Robert made the comment that with all the drama of getting out of here with his mom and getting down to college, that he was the most unprepared one there. Like, he had his backpack and his stuff, didn't know what to expect, and was just going for it, didn't even have a blanket, just whatever they supplied.
Wow.
Yeah, it was intense.
I'm just letting you know your appointment's out here. I think he said he's early.
Okay, thank you. Anyhow, so then he's learning, and he had to learn how to do public transportation and everything, just on the fly.
Nice.
So, like, there was even, like, he had to go, no place to sleep, had to sleep in the park or whatever it was, so it was just funny.
Oh.
And then this go around, he's totally learned how to do things.
Yeah.
Where Shane, much to him protesting, has to take the public bus to school, has his own bank account and a job, and although he likes it and doesn't like it, one of the things I told him is, dude, this is how real world works. You think it's all fun, fine, and dandy, but if I can't earn the money it takes to pay the bills, there's no lights, there's no heat, there's no groceries. Just the basics, which is the way everything is collapsed down into basics, or even a challenge for people, like they can't have them, and it's a lot of work.
Yeah.
So Shane noticed, he says, I went back over for Christmas and I see the way things are and the way the family lives and the disconnections and how you guys are raising me in one direction and how the product of that. Like, Shane gets himself up in the morning, goes to Diamond High School. We live on the east side of town. He takes the city bus across town, in order to go there and make it to go to that school, because that's where he needs to go. But yesterday we're doing a family event, and we went a big splurge to go eat out, because we don't do that, and go have Mama O's, right? And we're eating and talking, and good day for Phoenix, good day for Shane's reading Japanese.
Oh, nice.
Because he's taking Japanese immersion. So he's reading the Japanese to us, sitting at the table, reading the story.
Wow.
And working on pronouncing it and everything. So those are the kind of moments where it's like, oh, I mean, okay, here's my life, here's my goods and bads, here's what I've fucked up, here's what I've not. But at the same time, as a parent, my job isn't just to be like, shut up or go to school or blah 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 blah, or I love you, or put a Band-Aid on. The job is also, this is how reality works, and you gotta get your ass out there, and you know, you have to make functional people. And all the self-help books in the world, well, there's good reference, but the reality is dude, you're gonna have to live it.
Yep, there's nothing like living it. There's nothing like surviving. Right? That you're not counting anyone but you to survive.
Well, or can you? You know, it's like, at a certain point, the variable of what someone else is thinking, you can't control that. And if you put yourself in a position to where you're at the mercy of the other person's thought processes and making those decisions, you can go homeless, you can go hungry, you can do all these things. You know, all these things I've done because, you know, I trusted everybody and played all those fabulous games. And I learned, and I'm thankful that I learned it, but at the same time, yikes.
So I want to read the last few chapters of this Tomorrow's Guide before I, you know, give it back to JJ. And it was really good to kind of pick it up again. And one of the things that was really great is, you know, I always do in the morning my peace, joy, love. That I kind of was, my grandma, you know, and I like worked on. And I always like to start my day with that, you know, just my 3 words to start the day of, you know, first thankful, like saying thank you, and then the peace, joy, love. And I'm always like, well, you know, I kind of get peace. Peace is pretty, you know, easy to figure out. Like, that's just like, there's no good, there's no bad. It's just balance, right? Peace is when you have balance and you don't have this pull one way or the other. And it's that contentment, right? And once you can, you got to get that place of balance before you can move on. And then, I always struggle, like, is it love first or is it joy first? And, you know, which one, you know, is it the chicken or the egg type thing? You know?
Right.
And I know what love is, right? Love is, you know, that positive, that, you know, what makes you happy. It's those things that, like, make people achieve their goals that they want, you know? And then joy is like, all right, well, so what is joy, right? I'm always like, well, that's just happy. Like, what does joy mean to me? And as I was reading through it, you know, the awareness starts coming back. And, you know, all you have to do is just ask for it and just, you know, and then you'll be aware of the awareness that's always ever present. And so, you know, joy wasn't explained to me as, you know, joy is the awareness of life when you choose love, right? When you choose, you know, because this is your life to choose. You can choose to love it or hate it. And when you consciously choose love and that you're experiencing life through your choice of love, that is what joy is. Joy is that in itself, just experiencing life, knowing that you are in charge of your destiny. You are the one who is choosing to make this, you know, a positive situation, you know, a positive piece of your life. You're, you know, the other part is if you choose hate or fear, then you're going to experience life through misery, right? Or, you know, and that'll be your hell on earth, or instead of your heaven on earth. So that was really good. I really like that kind of like, just like my little definition of what joy means to me.
Tilt your head forward.
JJ's doing really well. He's like vice president of the Anchorage Chamber of Commerce now.
Good.
So second in command there. So striving to be, you know, one day number 1 there. And unless he moves on to a newer position. But like, I mean, it's just amazing to see what he's, you know, blossomed into. He knows so many, like today, just know, he's just, oh, there's so-and-so, and there's so-and-so, and he's saying hi to them and shaking hands and introducing me, and, you know, he I'm like, how do you remember? That's my one, like, deficiency that I really need to work on, is remembering who people are, their names, and their function, right? How am I supposed to make the system work if I don't even know who the players are? You know, you know, or, you know, me just paying attention to that, like, who is who, and what do they do, right? That's, like, more than half the battle, right? If you just know who does what, and you then can, you know, be aware of their weaknesses and strengths and how like they can help you and you can help them, then that's how you make it work. That's how you make the whole system work. And I'm just oblivious to a lot of that.
Why are you oblivious to that? To
Why.
think about it.
Because I don't. Why? I don't know. It's like I think because I feel like I'm in my space and I know what I need. Well, I think I know what I need to help me with what I'm working on right now, and that's more than enough right now. It's like, okay, that's enough for me to like deal with at the moment. You know, anything more, I don't know if I can. I'm not even dealing with what I have right now. How can I deal with more? So I guess that's why I gotta work on that. Is, you know, the awareness of who people are and what they do, and what their strengths are, what their weaknesses are. And you know, remember, I think it's just like, I don't know. I always want to blame it on lack of memory. Like, you know, I don't have that photographic memory.
Well, or how does it serve you?
Like, I definitely, in the next life, that's what my top of my list, girl.
In the next life, listen to you. In the
Photographic
next
memory
life.
on the top of my list, girl.
Yeah, because you got size 8 and abs in this one, bitch.
Right?
Yeah. Next time you could be 400 pounds and have a memory.
Mm-hmm. Right, I know, you're gonna have to sacrifice something.
Exactly.
Right? You can't have it all. But yeah, photographic memory, that would be, I'm always so, you know, intrigued with the people that do, because you know, you're aware, because I lack it, I'm aware of who has it.
Right.
You know, the people that can like just pull up stuff from nowhere. It's like,
Right.
really? You really remember that?
Right.
Really? I don't even know what I'm wearing yesterday. Like, how am I supposed to remember what I wore like
A week
12
ago.
years ago?
Oh, I remember what you wore 12 years ago.
I know. Right? Right? You're one of those ones that's like, oh yeah, we did this, this, and this, and this. I'm like,
That makes me sad because this, and this was fun.
I know. Well, yeah. Well,
Back before we were 40. Shut up.
I know, right? I probably even forgot that it was fun. I'm like,
Yes.
oh yeah, I used to have fun.
Whatever, you're still younger than I am. That's so disgusting.
I used to have fun.
Still a baby.
Mm-hmm. But no, it is. I mean, it is fun. Life is fun. It is joyous, right? It is. You constantly catch yourself of saying, you know, you're gonna look back on today and think it was the best. Like those were the great days, right? So just enjoy it right now. Why wait till you're 60 looking back? Just do it right now.
I don't understand people that wait till they're 60 to get the motorhome and then live. So, girl, I'm blow drying your hair with this.
Woo! Hello, hello.
I'm loving this.
Go bring it on.
See how this works. Ready? Check this out.
I love that, girl.
Coastal girl. You gotta be cute. Yeah, exactly. Away with that bad hair. This is funny. I could totally see myself.
I love it, girl. I love it, girl. So fun.
Gina bought 3 of these on eBay. I'm like, I have to have that. You see, no bad hair. I am the fashion police. It's funny, it's really light. It's weird to use.
Fabulous. Oh yeah. Look out of control, girl. Look at the hair you cut.
I know.
Out of control. I mean, where you cut off was where like the root color had changed. One of the seawolves is a UAA.
Yeah.
It's almost like I can see the seawolf mascot in that picture. Do you see it? Wow. Wow. Oh yeah, that's fabulous.
I'm gonna go. I'm totally going to Burning Man. If you could see,
Girl,
the
the
sea
Seawolves. They're in there. Oh, Burning Man's crazy now. You know they sold out of tickets last year.
Right.
So this year's like a big lottery to go.
Right.
And there's a whole new pay structure, and you gotta win a lottery to go, and yeah, it's like wow.
Start your own.
Yeah, I'm still not ready for that. Right, it was good times, right? It was maybe a phase I went through.
Yellow underwear, fairy wings, and a water pad
Right.
on your back
Fabulous.
with hurt, sunburnt, and hungover. Yeah. Hush, honey.
Hush. I mean, it was good times, so it was definitely good times. But,
Queen, please. You know how much fun you had.
girl, I know I will go back one
Do
day.
you remember that?
What's that?
You said you don't remember the fun times. I'm like, do you remember
Well,
that?
girl, I remember some of them. I remember some of them. And I know
I'm totally stealing that picture off your Facebook page and putting it in this video.
oh yeah, oh, it's a good one. I love that photo. I love that girl's eyes. She's like,
Yeah, no, I'm totally stealing that photo and putting it in this
yeah, that's
video
Fabulous. She's fabulous.
of you all trashed. Having a great time.
Mm-hmm. What about, can we, this part, the air, when I go to shave, right, I try to figure out how to make the hair just
Right.
right. Can we check those?
Mhm.
Because I'm always trying to hide them back
See
there.
me? See me? See me moving here? See me?
Oh yeah, see you. Okay, girl, I see you, girl.
Yeah, you can. I'm as big as a house. No, see me? I'm heading that direction.
See me? Yeah, I just shaved this morning. Smooth, girl. I like it smooth.
So when you fly out,
1:30 this morning.
are you going right to Florida?
Oh yeah, I go to Seattle and then direct to Orlando.
Ugh, yuck, that's a long flight.
Yeah. And I'm not even gonna get, I'm not very happy with Alaska Airlines anymore. They do this new like electronic upgrades to first class.
Right.
And so I'm MVP Gold, I just made it this last year. And then they're like, you can't use that on the lowest class fares. I'm like, what? Girl.
You're
talk
like,
about
bitch, I traveled the
talk about
world.
changing the rules.
I went to every white party on planet Earth
Honestly.
in order to get it, and now you tell me I can't have
No.
it. Right. Past my circuit boy days.
Yeah.
Now, where am I traveling now? I've already been everywhere.
So, and it's so expensive to fly to LA. I want to get my tickets. I don't have any tickets after this trip. And I want to go to LA for February, March. $700, $800 to LA. I was like, you're kidding me.
No, I
You're
know. I
fucking
looked it up.
kidding me.
I want to go down to visit Robert in San Francisco and then come see everybody while I'm down there.
Yeah. Outrageous. So I bought my last 5 tickets. I bought 5 new tickets and I used miles for every one of them.
Yep.
And I'm like, screw MVP Gold for this year. Oh well. I mean, what? Who cares if I'm not getting the upgrades? What's the point? Right? Because in the past, like, I'm not sure if I should video this, but they used the paper ones and they would never collect them. So you just constantly kept getting upgraded to first class. You're like, you call, you make your reservation. Like, yeah, I have a coupon. They're like, okay, well, make sure you have it. And then every time you check in, they checked it like once. I still have tickets from 2009, 9, 10, 11. I have my first class upgrade tickets still that I never handed in.
You're such a mess.
Oh, girl. Thomas taught me that one. He's like, girl, here's how you do it. Girl, she knows. She's almost a million miler.
She's almost a million miler.
Mm-hmm. Girl, we're not talking about in the air, okay?
Like I'm saying, she is worn out.
Girl, worn out, girl.